Here we can clearly see the impact of this level on the price movements. These shadows of the candles tells us that as soon as the price tried to go down, it was immediately pushed up several times. And now there will be a small upward movement, in other words, a pullback. And when this pullback ends, we will be able to open a confident trade in a short position in the direction of the trend.
Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Hey, welcome to my channel. You've come to the wrong place if you want to see some 99% accurate strategies or something like that. In this video you will see how I trade using technical analysis. However, I guarantee you that this video will be really interesting and useful if you're a beginner. So let's jump into the trading. First of all, I want to answer the common question: how to choose currency pair for trading? First, never trade on pair with payment less than 70%. There is an opinion that brokers decreases the percentage of payment on those pairs in which people have made a lot of successful deals in a short period of time. And that's partly true, but in my experience, you won't feel any difference between 40% and 90% currency pairs. I mean, the accuracy of your trades doesn't depend on which percentage you are trading on. And there is many things that affects the accuracy of your trades, and the payout percentage is not one of those things. So you can freely choose the highest ones. You're just making life difficult for yourself when you trade on less than 70%. It's just much harder to make a profit. So I already opened currency pairs and I found the first trade. So how do I realize that the chart can be used for trading? In the first place, I look at how big the volatility on the chart is. Here's an example of good volatility, and here is the example of volatility that we want to avoid. Next, I look at the presence of the trend. The stronger the trend, the better. It means that the deals opened in the trend's direction will have higher potential than the deals opened against the trend. So here are some examples with a trend, and here are examples that we want to avoid. And also it's good if there are obvious level of support or resistance on the chart, because we can use them to analyze the behavior of the chart. So after I found a good currency pair, I want to get all the information that this chart can give. When this trend started, where the price is now, and so on. That's why I check bigger time frames. Now I've opened a 4-hour time frame, and I see that the price is at the highest point in the last few weeks. These gaps between candles are days on which the market doesn't work, which are Saturday and Sunday. Accordingly, all candles between them is a weekly activity of the price. So the price is at the highest point in the last few weeks. And then I go back to 3 minutes time frame to see what was going on today. And here I'm showing the impulses and pullbacks in order to better understand the position of the price. Right now I don't understand the current status of this chart. Is it a pullback or another upward movement? So I'm starting to look at the details of what was happening in the last few hours. I see a consolidation here. Also there was a breakout of the resistance level and areas of support and resistance. After breakout, the price always tries to return to the resistance level. It's a rule. It's almost always worked that way, so you just need to keep that in mind. And if you're a beginner and you don't understand what's going on, don't worry. After each deal, I will explain everything in details. So here I noticed a big impulse with the long candles. As you know from my previous video, the middle of the strong impulse is a good resistance level. This is another rule that you should remember, and later in this video I will show you examples of this rule. So what do I do next? I apply the Fibonacci retracement tool in order to show you guys this level. So here is this level, exactly in the middle of the impulse. The line number 1. So then I just need to wait for a pullback to this level to open a trade in a long position. And if my prediction will be wrong and price will go lower than this level, then I will open a new trade at this level with increased trade amount. As you can see, the level is also formed by a middle of the impulse. And by the way, here are a few more examples of the fact that middle point of the strong impulse is a good level of support or resistance. As we can see, price started to grow exactly after reaching our level. So again, why I opened this trade? I saw strong uptrend. Strong uptrend means that trades in a long position will have increased probability of success. Price never goes strictly up or strictly down. There is always impulses and pullbacks. So I just waited until the pullback was over and opened a deal in a long position. How did I determine that the pullback was over? I knew that the middle point of a strong impulse is a support level. And I also confirmed this level using the Fibonacci retracement tool, which also shows us possible levels of support or resistance after strong impulse. I found another interesting chart, doing the same things as always, analyzing different time frames, etc. Here again I see a strong trend, switching to a lower time frame and analyzing the latest price activities. I see a strong impulse, also the support level in the middle of this impulse, and the resistance level at the end of this impulse. And we also see that the price reacts very strongly to the resistance level. The price tries to break through the resistance level, and at some point it actually breaks it because there is a strong uptrend on the chart and bulls dominates. Here we also see a situation that I mentioned earlier. After the price breaks through the resistance level, it will try to return. And as we can see, the price has already returned exactly to the level of resistance. Then there is a very high probability that the price will go up. So I just opened a deal in a long position here. Here we can clearly see the impact of this level on the price movements. These shadows of the candles tells us that as soon as the price tried to go down, it was immediately pushed up several times. This is my favorite trade of the trading session. Get ready, it will be a very long but very interesting search for the perfect moment to open a trade. So I found a chart with a good strong downtrend and good volatility. Then I checked the time frames, and on the 4 hours time frame I saw that the chart broke through a very old and strong support level. The price has not fallen below this level for 3 weeks, and I marked this level with a green line on the chart so we can see it on smaller time frames. And then I returned to 3 minutes time frame. Here I see a strong impulse with a resistance level in the middle of this impulse, and this resistance level matches with a global support level that I indicate with the green line earlier. So as I said earlier, after breaking through the support level, price always tries to return back. Here we see that the price broke through the level, and here we see how it returned to the same level. And immediately after that, price rushed down. And here we have a new level of support and also a new price range between these two levels. But there is something special about this price range. Look at the price value at which the chart started to grow. It is lower than the next price value from which the chart started to grow, and this value is lower than the next one. This situation tells us that bulls dominates here, and we might see a breakthrough of the resistance level here. But we have a very strong downtrend on this chart, so we can't open the trades in a long position because we have to respect the trend. So the best thing we can do now is just wait and watch the chart's behavior. So we see that my expectations were not correct. Remind you guys that I expected an upward movement here, but the influence of the trend was stronger and the price went down and broke through the trend line, which gives us a great opportunity. A great opportunity to use a trend line breakout pattern. What is this pattern? If the price breaks through the trend line, here it is, then price will go down to the level of nearest extremum point. We have extremum points here and here. Accordingly, the price has already reached the nearest extremum points. And now there will be a small upward movement. In other words, a pullback. And when this pullback ends, we will be able to open a confident trade in a short position in the direction of the trend. I waited a little and decided to open a trade here because I saw strong bearish pressure here. The price goes up very uncertainly. This is also indicated by shadows on this last candle, so I decided that this is a perfect time. So this is the final trade in this trading session. As usual, I start with the analysis of larger time frames. And on 1 hour time frame, I found that the price approached the support level that was formed last week. As we see, last week there was a large consolidation with its support and resistance levels. So I marked these levels with the lines to be able to see them on lower time frames. And then I went back to the 3 minutes time frame. And I found that the new consolidation was formed in exactly the same place as the consolidation of the previous week. We have a very strong downtrend on this chart, so we can't forget about trades in a long position. We will wait for the right moment to open a trade in a short position. And in order to me to open a trade in a short position, I need the price to reach this resistance level and then open a trade here. So about 10 minutes later, I decided to open a trade here without waiting for the price to reach the resistance level. And the main reason why I changed my mind is this resistance level. I did not immediately notice it. I noticed it only when I noticed a strong downward movement here. And I assumed that there might be a resistance level in the middle of it. So in general, this is what happened in the end. To be honest, I'm really surprised that you enjoyed my Russian accent and watched this video till the end. I really appreciate that. If you want to see more technical analysis, then feel free to join my Telegram channel where I give free trading signals. So all my trades and analysis you can check out right here. And you'll also be able to copy my trades automatically for free. So if you're interested, just text me through any social media. See you in the next video. Bye.